Kyle, wait. Kyle, stop. Kyle, stop. Kyle has a genetic disorder called SYNGAP1. We make these videos to show what our lives are like living with multiple disabilities and to help other families like ours feel less alone. Don't worry, that scene was staged. We live on the end of a quiet street, no cars were coming, and Jesse was just outside your view. At 15 years old, we know Kyle will always need 24-hour care, not just with daily living tasks, but also to stay safe. With Kyle's level of understanding, he is unaware of dangers such as the stove being hot, walking out into the street, or walking away from me in a public place. Obviously, we tell Kyle about these things, but he doesn't seem to comprehend because he'll still reach for that hot pan while I'm cooking or will not stop when we tell him to, like you just saw at the start of this video. Here are all the things we currently have to do and think about to keep Kyle safe. If you've watched any of our other videos, you know that we live in a condo and walk up a flight of stairs upon entering our front door. Once up the stairs, we have one level living, which is why we moved from our two-story home about 6 years ago. Although the steps are not our favorite, we love that Kyle's bedroom is central to the rest of our home. As soon as we bought this house, my dad took measurements of the top of our staircase and began building this gate so it would be ready to install upon move-in. Kyle was 10 years old at the time, and we also got a lock that Kyle can't operate. Even though he's pretty much supervised at all times, we didn't want to take a chance that he would begin going down the stairs before we could notice. I think I've painted enough of a picture already to demonstrate why we also need to lock Kyle's bedroom door from the outside. One of the symptoms of SYNGAP1 is sleep disturbances, and we know that Kyle wakes up often throughout the night. If we didn't have a lock, he would, without a doubt, come out of his bedroom in the middle of the night and be left unsupervised while the rest of us slept. Every night when I put Kyle to bed, I lock his door and then double and triple check that I locked it before I go to bed. Even though Kyle can go up and down stairs independently, he always has to be supervised and within arm's reach due to having atonic seizures that happen without warning, and because he's also prone to falling due to his hypotonia. You can check out another video on our channel all about my dad installing a second banister. We do several things in our car for Kyle's safety. We engage the child lock on his door, and we also ordered a seatbelt harness specifically designed for special needs. Before we got the harness, he would often move the shoulder strap under his arm or in an odd place around his neck. We also use a seatbelt lock. I had to order this because multiple times while driving down the interstate, Kyle would unbuckle his seatbelt and begin attempting to stand up, or he would begin grabbing my shoulder from the back seat, insisting that I rebuckle his belt. And when I explained I couldn't stop, Kyle didn't understand and began crying and biting himself out of frustration. We also make sure that there are no random socks, tissues, or small parts in Kyle's bedroom. Once I left his socks on at night to find him the next morning with almost the entire sock stuffed in his mouth. I also caught him putting tissues in his mouth in the back seat of a car when I had left a tissue box in the back. I wrote a blog post recently about feeling like we're stuck in the toddler years, and this is what I mean by that. In the swimming pool, we use a swim belt if we're not going to be within arm's reach of Kyle. We have a video on our channel all about Kyle's love of swimming, and you can see him using the belt. At Kyle's school and also in his bag that we take with us, we have his emergency seizure medication. He has the atonic type seizures that cause him to lose all muscle tone for 1 to 3 seconds. In the 13 years that Kyle has had epilepsy, we had never had to use this emergency medication since his seizures have never lasted more than a few seconds. And finally, we just ordered medical alert shoe tags for Kyle. I have seen medical ID bracelets, but knew that Kyle would be bothered by a bracelet. I wanted some kind of identification that traveled with Kyle in case something happened to the adult that Kyle was with. I'll link below this video to the ones we ordered. We got red so that they would stand out, and also got one for each shoe since they're so small and I wanted to include several details. They have his name, our cell phone numbers, and state that he has special needs, requires supervision, is nonverbal, and has epilepsy. Another goal of mine for this year is to compile a digital file that I'll keep updated with all of the doctors, specialists, medications, and all the stuff that is currently just stored on my phone or in my mind. I want to make sure that Jesse, Kaylee, and mine and Jesse's parents and siblings have access to all of it in case something were to happen to me. If you're watching and have a child with a disability, I hope that this video has helped you think of some things you might want to consider for your family. And if you don't have someone with a disability in your life, I hope that this video has brought some awareness to all of the things that we have to think about when it comes to Kyle's care. If you have any questions about Kyle, leave it in the comments below. I've been compiling a list of questions that we've been getting, and we'll do a question and answer video soon. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.